Okay, let's continue. Hey, Subrat, can you hear me? Good to go.
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Oh, I saw your ping. Okay, good. Let's start. um,
Okay, okay, sir.
all right. So today's session will be probably problem briefing, any questions, queries, or any of the concepts that you're not aware. We'll use the second half for all for questions. So we'll kind of wrap up the problem briefing. I'll try to wrap up like in the first half, and then I'll open it up for questions, and we'll have the second half for any Q&A, any concept that you want to refresh or you want to ask any questions. It could be related to the course or it is the data science industry or your career, or it could be anything per se. We can definitely discuss in the second half of the session, and the first half will be all around the problem briefing. So the link to the problem statement is added here already, and also I have another copy here. We can probably use the first session. We are going to basically cover what are the data sets, tools, expectations, and outputs, what is the grading process overall. So we'll cover all of that. Perfect. Okay, so let's continue here. Okay, so let's start with the problem statement that you have. Subrat. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes, now I should be able to hear you loud and clear.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, sorry. Again, I usually have a connected device and then your voice always goes there. Okay, good. Um, feel free to chime in whenever you have any queries. Okay. The project acts as a final analytics assignment of this program. It intends to bring together all your learnings and assess your capabilities of analytical thinking approach, as well as your ability to implement the different analysis required so as to arrive at the results. The objectives in this project, you will step into the shoes of a business analytics expert in the senior management of the company, and you'll be required to analyze different features available and create a systematic analytical methodology towards problem solving. You should utilize analysis like customer segmentation, market analysis, and churn analysis to assess the available data. And then you should draw actionable insights and recommend measures to improve the overall decision making. Project introduction. In this project, you are going to analyze the USA market for an Australian based telecom provider company called FreeCell, which is looking to enter into the USA market. FreeCell is one of the major telecom provider based out of Australia. Now they're looking to expand its services across the globe, and as part of this process, they're looking into the USA market. But before they actually expand the services, they wanted to understand the market and the user behavior. So this is very typical problem statement where an organization, before they want to venture, they typically do an analysis, market research, and then identify, okay, what are the pros and cons, and how should they target, what should be their strategy in entering the market, what could be the pitfalls, how do they kind of address any of the issues while entering into the market. So all of that is what needs to be analyzed. Okay. To this end, the company has hired you as a lead business analyst, and they're looking for your help with some of the questions they have about the USA telecom market. And the overall analysis is kind of first understand the market. So once you understand the market, identify churn analysis. So in your network, who are the customers who are probably who can leave, and how can you try to retain them? And then customer segmentation to do a understanding of who what are the type of customers you have, how do you profile your existing customer base. Then people analytics is just to understand how your organization is performing based on the employees that you have. You basically try to understand HR analytics or people analytics. And then the last is all around presentation communication. So I think this bit you might not have it, but I would encourage, even if this is not the I would recommend you guys to do come up with an end-to-end presentation, and how do you would communicate this to an executive with all the results and summarization. Okay, the assessment criteria. Uh, Market analysis is like, I think, 8 marks. It is done. So the three different kind of expectations. So what meets the expectations and what doesn't meet. Then you have even churn analysis as analysis, customer segmentation, employee satisfaction, and then communication of analysis. This was a previous one, but I think it should be pretty similar for you guys as well.
Sir, I have
Any
a
questions?
question here.
Yes.
Sir, here I observe it's written that we have to attach the screenshots. So basically, we have been given two templates in this particular problem statement in the portal. One is a Excel file containing the e-questions, and another is a Word file. So screenshots are supposed to be attached in which of the templates? Is it only the Word file or also in the Excel file where they have asked basically very precise questions? There also we have to attach the screenshots.
Which screenshots? Can you tell me?
It's written in the table, sir. If you can go a little bit up, it's
Okay.
written corresponding screenshots have been attached.
Okay. So the screenshots, whenever it is there, if it is related to the code,
Mhm.
it's already you'll attach the your code file, and
Mhm.
then if it is some kind of an analysis on Excel chart or something, then
Mhm.
the screenshots you kind of attach it into the Excel template.
To the Excel
That way,
template.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay, sir.
Excel template you can easily attach, and you said there is a doc also, is it?
Yes, there is a doc file as well.
What does the doc file contain?
Basically, it's called employee satisfaction template. So the fifth part, which is related to the employee satisfaction, there they have provided this template, wherein they have asked explanatory answers. The Excel file, it's just one word questions which they have asked. For example, how many
Mm,
columns are there? What is the maximum value? Very precise questions. In the Word file, they have asked descriptive questions to describe the
I
analysis and these all.
Then if it is related to employee satisfaction, you could keep it to the doc as well, because I think it's very specific to that question. So see, think from the evaluator perspective.
Hmm.
If
Right.
I'm going to evaluate, if you put half answer in one file and half answer in another file, it's very
Uh-huh.
difficult, right? So
Right.
uh,
Right.
so so think from that perspective. So make the life of the evaluator easy.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Whenever
Otherwise,
you
or otherwise, as you just rightly mentioned, we can probably create a presentation summarizing all the analysis. That will all
that
be
also
also.
you can do. Yes,
Okay.
you could do that, and then you can attach that as well in your submission, and that should also help.
Okay. Okay,
So
sir.
essentially, what we require is correct answer, your narration, your how do you kind of build those insights. So it's like a capstone project, right? Like at the
Okay.
end, you need to summarize and then present all of the insights.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay. Submission guidelines. Your Jupyter notebook and spreadsheets for each of the four parts, which it needs to contain the entire analysis. For the questions which are the E questions, so these are like single answer questions. You need to give one word answer into the Excel template. So it should be very precise and the exact answer needs to be provided. And then you need to make a 6 to 7 slide long presentation summarizing the analysis. And here, I think you can put all of your screenshots as well. That should be sufficient. And then you have to make a like 10 to 12 minutes long video communicating all of the analysis that you have done and with the insights and recommendations. Any questions?
Sir, I think this video part it's not reflecting in the portal.
Okay,
We
then it's you can skip it. So
Okay.
this is what I had designed, and then based on the cohort, they kind of remove certain few of the
Mhm.
things. I would prefer
Right.
um,
Right.
having a video as well, so that
Mhm.
improves the students' communication. Right?
Right.
Once you record yourself and then you look at it, then you understand, okay, how bad or good you are, what are the areas of improvement.
Okay. Okay, sir.
If it is not there, it's not required. So whatever is in your portal, just go with that. Okay,
O-
cool. Any other questions?
Uh, yes, sir. Sir, my question was, in the Excel file, there are two questions, 1.1e and 1.2e, which is nowhere mentioned in the problem statement that is given in the portal. It's mentioned in the Excel file template, but it's not mentioned in the problem statement. So what that exact question is, that is a little bit ambiguous. Okay,
So isn't this
it
the question?
yes, yes, exactly, sir.
And
Like
this is the
it
question.
simply says what is the number of yes entries in this column, but this column refers to which column, that is not clear in the question.
So
So,
replace yes with one and no with zero for the churn column, right? So the
okay,
E
okay, sir.
question is a related question to 1.2. When we say,
Okay, okay. So this related question that it is not showing somehow. Okay, no problem. I will just take a screenshot of this.
okay, looks like they might have done some edits
Yes, it
and
seems so, sir.
caused more ambiguity into the
Mhm.
whole process. Good
Oh,
that you have asked me, so that
mhm.
it would be a question for others as well, right? So
Yes, yes, because even this first part which says merge the three data sets into a single data frame using customer ID, this merging part instruction is also not there.
um, I don't know why they have messed it so much.
Mhm.
Let me do one thing. Let me share with you this link.
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay. Commenter. Okay, I'm sending you this link. You can share it with your cohort group as well, so that if there's any questions, they can refer to this.
Okay, okay,
But
sir.
only if there's a confusion, don't follow this. Whatever is in the portal is the final one, and then you can probably give feedback to NMIMS that there's some corrections required, something like that.
Okay, okay. Because since they had not given an explicit instruction to merge the three data frames into a single data frame, I worked out the solution without merging exactly into a
Mhm.
single data frame. So, like, should I persist with it, or should I merge it and then only submit it?
I didn't get your question quite well.
So there was this first bit in this particular file which you are showing, says we have to merge the three data sets into a single data frame using customer ID.
Hmm.
So this instruction is missing in the upgrade portal where the problem statement is given. So that is the reason I have not merged the three data frames into a single data frame and solved the solution. So now that I'm seeing that it is there in this particular sheet, should I merge the three data frames, or since it is not there, it is okay if I don't merge it?
Where is it written that we have to merge?
It's written here, so 1.1 below, sir.
Mm,
Here, sir, data preparation 1.1.
okay. Follow this instruction. I think you should merge because that's when it becomes in your. It's not there, is it?
Yeah, in ours it is not there, sir.
Okay. When it is not there, what is the total number of columns in this data frame? Did they say what data frame?
No, that is the ambiguity. They didn't mention which data frame.
But why
Okay.
did they make it so much messy?
I don't know. No worries,
Yeah.
no worries, sir. In that case, I guess okay, then should I think it is better if I merge it. Then it will
Hmm.
make complete sense.
Yes. They
Okay.
see. I think they somehow forgot these. Or can you check properly if it is there somewhere?
I
Because
will
these
do
are
one thing,
in.
sir. I will just share the screenshot of the problem statement which I am seeing at my end, sir.
Yeah.
I think it
Or
will be
put it in a doc and just send me that link, the entire problem, so that I can understand what are the issues.
yes, sir, sure.
And if share that feedback with an MIMS team, whoever it is, that
Mm-hmm.
this the sir gave us
Mm-hmm.
the some mismatches.
Mm-hmm. Right, sir. Right, sir.
No, see, I have the same instructions. So this is for the previous cohort. This is what they
Sir,
shared with me.
I have shared the screenshot in the chat, sir.
Okay, let me see. No, can you put it into a doc? Copy everything and then put in a doc.
Sure, sir. I can do that as well.
Yeah, that will be easy. Like I can see all the questions.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, are you sending?
Uh, yes, sir. I'm actually compiling all the files and putting it in a folder.
Okay,
And
okay, take your time, take your
so you
time.
can continue. I will share it, sir, during the discussion. Okay.
Okay, okay, cool, perfect. Then let me continue then. Okay, where are we? Mm. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, let's continue. Just a minute.
Sir, I have shared the folder with you. Uh, I have taken a printout of the different section questions and include. I have also included the screenshot of that problematic question.
Perfect. Okay, let's see. I'm taking a look right now. Okay. Uh, this is the file that you have shared. Telecom data assessment. Okay. Load the data and check if they're consistent. 1.1, 1.1e.
This is for the churn analysis. We were discussing regarding the market analysis. If you can go to
MA,
the JPG file which I have shared.
MA, right? This
Yes,
one?
yes, yes. This one is the list of all the questions that we have been given in the portal. But specifically, that question which I was referring to, it's there in the JPG file. I've particularly highlighted that particular portion.
I see.
Yes, sir. So here the first part, the merging part, that's missing. It straight away starts with check for the missing values and thereon.
Mm, mm, that is very strange. Let me see data set market analysis. Okay. And then,
It's bit truncated in the first part somehow, but I have attached the JPG file for that
mm,
reason.
I see. Got it. Got it. Understood. Understood. Okay. That's what I was thinking. Why is that piece missing? Okay. Then two. Okay. The first part, this part is missing, and you're saying that part is here. Data
Mhm.
preparation, data cleaning, they made it messier. Okay. Then just follow this Word document. I sent you the link. That is easier, and then
Mm.
just flag it with the team. Okay.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay. Let's continue. Merge the three data sets into a single data frame using customer ID. What is the total number of columns in the data frame? So you have to use a simple left join, and then customer ID is the key. And then after that, you'll get the total number of columns in the data frame, which is straightforward. Replace yes with 1 and no with 0. So it's simple replace function that you have to do. And once you replace yes, just what is the number of yes? So you can simply say count of the number of ones in the replaced column, and that should be sufficient. Um, so once you replace, it will be ones. So uh, yes or one. So that's the meaning of this question. So don't. Don't write zero as an answer. Okay, cool. Uh, Two, analysis. At the point, at this point, we will focus on our analysis only to understand the market with respect to those customers that are still with the company. Filter the data and keep only those rows where the churn is zero. Means the customer is still currently associated with the company, right? So when churn is zero, means he has not left; he's still with the organization. What is the number of rows remaining in the data frame after filtering the data? So once you remove the unnecessary things after filtering out, what is the number of rows that are remaining? All the questions you need to be answers using the filter data from the previous step. Check the average monthly charges for various contract types. So you should have a column called contract types, and then you should simply check for the average monthly charges for that. And then you basically output what is the average overall monthly charge. And then what percentage of males and females have content type as 1 year. So you need to basically by gender figure out the percentage of male and female. And then what is the difference between the two percentage? You'll get a single number, just you have to mention that into the template. Any
Sir,
questions so far?
sorry,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt. Sir, this segregation based on contract type that is missing in the in the problem statement given in the portal. We have been asked for method of payment, gender, and we have been asked for doing the analysis on the different kind of services.
Then follow the question that is there.
Okay.
Let me see if I have
Yes.
the other file that I was talking about. Mm-mm-mm. One second. Okay, so I think this you should have something from here. Not this one, right? Even here it's different.
No, no, not this one, sir.
Okay. Then whatever you have there, you can follow that.
Okay. Yes.
It's similar. It will be
Hmm.
the same set
Okay,
of functions.
okay,
Nothing much of a difference. Okay.
sir. Okay.
What is the average tenure on a whole? What is the average monthly charges for senior citizens and non-senior citizens? So these are all kind of a splits that you can do based on the data that you have. Simple, straightforward formula. You can use dot value counts as a function for getting all of these segregations. And then what is the difference between the both? Then which type of internet service is more popular among the customers? Then you basically see the percentage of customers who prefer this type of an internet service. 2.7, what method of payment is more preferred by the customers? Wherever there is maximum percentage of customers using a particular payment method, you need to identify that. And then you basically output into the tricks the percentage of customers who prefer this mode of payment. 2.8, check if the following service are preferred by the customers or not. And how you can do that, you can basically come up with a bar chart, and you can show the count of the customers across each of the services, like multiple lines, paperless billing, online
Sir,
security, backup, and all of this.
sir, I had a question here.
Yes.
Sir, when we actually filter the column values for these particular attributes, then we observe that we have yes, no, and there is a third option, no internet service. So, will it be fair to assume that all these options, like online security, online backup, device protection, tech support, streaming TV, streaming movies, all these are services that are availed only by internet service using customers, or should we still go with the overall customers? Because
Go with the overall customers, because even if it is, then they will all obviously will have nulls or missing anyway, right? So
It's not missing, sir, but it's mentioned no internet service. Yes, no, or no internet service. So there is little bit ambiguity. What is the difference between no and no internet service?
I think it is both is the same, that they don't have any,
Okay.
right? Is that
Okay.
clear? No.
Okay, okay. Because I had assumed that these services, these are only for internet using customers. So I had filtered out those customers who are not using internet out of the data set and then did the calculation, like percentage calculation.
Even if you don't remove,
Mhm.
okay, so then the percentages will change, right? If you
Yes,
remove.
yes, because the total customers will change, sir, base value.
Correct. So I don't think you need to remove, because even you keep it or not, your customers, it's implied in your data. It automatically takes.
Okay, okay. So there is no
Is
need
it?
to filter out such customers. It's internet using in non-internet using customers, right, sir?
Correct. There is no need to filter, because anyway the each of these columns
Mhm.
will kind of anyway have that consideration, right?
Okay, okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Any other questions? No? Okay, let's proceed then. Uh-huh. Yes. What is the sum of counts for multiple lines and paperless billing together inferred from the bar plot? So you can get that. Based on analysis above, summarize the telecom market situation, so that can be communicated to the free cell team. So this will come handy while you're creating the presentation video submission also, right? So once you get all of these, create what are the top level insights that you want to share with the executive team. So make it more concise and precise. The submission, submit your Jupyter notebook. Your analysis should contain all the screenshots and all of that. Add all the questions specifically to the template. So whatever you do, put all your answers to a particular question at one place, so that it becomes easier for the evaluator, so that he or she will need not go to multiple places, right? So they can directly give you the marks. So ensure that Excel template has everything, because that's the first thing that they look at for grading you.
Okay, sir. Sir, in the Jupyter notebook, in addition to the questions that have been asked, if we include any additional insights, will that be okay, or should we stick only to the questions that have been asked?
It's good. You can added information will only give a good impression to the evaluator, right? That okay, this guy is going above and beyond, and it's always good to write comments and then explain the logic and everything in each of the lines. Format it in a nice, readable and format that always weighs a lot more. So think there's an untidy file and there's a tidy file, very structured and answered. I even though if the answer is wrong, I'll give full marks, because you put that extra effort to kind of, make it clean, good, explain the logic and everything.
Okay, sir.
Perfect. Now the churn analysis. You have the data sets and the data dictionary and the and assessment churn analysis. Once you present the market research report to the free cell team, they are now interested in knowing about the various factors that are influencing churn in the market. They want to understand why a customer is churning, so that they can use that learning to come up with marketing campaigns and features to attract potential customers. As part of this problem, your team of business analysts decides to build a classification model using which the query can be answered. In this section, you will build a churn model, which is logistic regression, that will help you find the relationship between different factors and the target variable churn. So, obviously, for any churn, you should have a classification based model, which is the base of that is all logistic regression, and you're going with that. So complete the Jupyter notebook and submit. Data cleaning, which is a non-graded and just you have to just load the data, drop variables that are not used for the classification model, because these are all like unnecessary. They will not kind of influence the churn, right? Like it shouldn't, like state or area code or phone number or customer service calls that um, uh, they had. So they want you to drop few of the variables. What is the number of remaining variables? And then the 2.2 question, replace yes with 1 and no with 0, similar to the previous one, for the columns like international plan, voicemail plan. And then you need to basically tell what is the number of yes entries in the column for the international plan. 2.3, create three new columns called total minutes, total calls, and total charges, which is defined with this logic. A very straightforward formula to kind of sum the day, evening, and the night minutes for each one of them. And then you basically say what is the sum of average values for total minutes, calls, and charges. Any questions on this?
Mm, no, sir.
Okay. And let me know if I'm these questions don't align with the portal, and so that we can skip, and then probably I can refer to the PDF files that you have sent.
Uh, Not till now, sir. But the data dictionary part, few of the points they have actually got a little bit merged. So that was leading to
Mhm.
a little bit of confusion. Like the definition
Okay.
of the evening calls, evening charges, and those are
Mm-hmm. I think that's okay. You get the gist, right? You're able to solve the
right,
problem.
right, sir, right, sir.
Makes sense. Cool. 2.4. Drop all the following columns: total day minutes, total day calls, evening calls, night minutes, etc. Why are we dropping this? Because we are anyway creating a sum of all of these here and including them, right? So that's why we don't require the granular. If you keep the sum and as well as the granular, then it causes multicollinearity in the data, because the independent variables uh, have will have a linear relationship between them,
Sir,
and then
so sorry
yes.
to interrupt. This part is actually missing. This part of dropping the redundant variables, the
Ah,
total minutes, total day calls, and total day charges. This is not
hmm.
there in the question set which is available in the portal. So in fact, that was leading to the little bit confusion at the time of analyzing the coefficients of the model, probably due to multicollinearity. So I was struggling to actually come up with an explanation of the coefficients.
Okay, these guys, I don't know why they made it such a mess. Let's see. Let me
Yes,
see the questions. What did they do? My goodness. Mm-mm-mm.
because the interpretation was not aligning with the logic.
Obviously, right? Like if you don't drop. Okay, let's see. Okay. Then 2.2, what is 2.3? That is missing, I think.
2.3, just a minute, sir. I have it open, sir. 2.3 is, just a minute.
The same thing, is it? Create a sum of all these three columns.
2.3 is split the data into X and Y, where X will have all the independent features and Y will have all the dependent feature, which is char.
Mm-hmm.
What are the number of independent features? That is what they've asked in 2.3E. 2.3E, they're asking the number of independent variables basically.
So it's a different question.
Hmm.
Uh, okay, then 2.4 is this one. Check the imbalance percentage. What percentage of churn customer will have the data? What percentage of churn customer will have in the data? Okay. Then randomly split the data into train and test. Use the following parameters. What is the number of rows in the train data set? You use min-max scalar to fit transform the train data and transform the test data, and then you get the shape and size, for the train data. Okay. Okay, so if you don't drop it, then it's a problem. So ideally, when you perform your logistic regression, one of the check that you have to do is you have to drop these columns
Right,
variables,
right, sir. Right, sir.
or else
Yes.
it causes multicollinearity. Okay,
Yes.
so
Actually, it is causing.
so probably people, the students, in the video, so you can take this help and then refine your model accordingly.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
okay, sir.
Okay, but I think they basically want to change with every batch some of the questions, right? So that's why you see that difference. That's okay. Um, but I think the activity is the same. You have to do the same set of activity of figuring out the sensitivity, building the model, and then which is the top feature, coming up with insights, calculate odds ratio, and then say, okay, this feature is good, that feature is bad, and all of that. Okay, cool. Then I don't think we have to. I think this is the same. See, randomly split, use min max scalar, check the imbalance percentage, split the data into all of that, blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. Cool.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go to his customer segmentation. Okay. Now the free sale team is aware of the market they are trying to target and the factors that are influencing the customer to churn. As the next step, free sale has decided to start a marketing campaign to target customers, but before they actually start marketing, they wish to understand the possible customer segments that they can target. In this segment, we will try to segment the customers based on various features and we'll try to profile segments which can be presented to the free sale team. To perform k-means clustering, we will not be using all the columns. The marketing want to target customers based on the number of calls made by them. Accordingly, they will create plans and offers that will help them to launch the brand. So they already told that what are the important variables that you need to keep to do the customer segmentation. They have given you a Jupyter net template and the different questions. Filter the data and keep only the columns: total day calls, total night calls, total evening, total international calls, and then perform what they're asking. What is the number of remaining columns? Just and then perform the min max scaling on the data. Perform k-means. So you already I have given you a code which does silhouette score and elbow curve and all of that, right? So you can leverage a lot of that script to do all of this k-means analysis. And then what is the value of k that you derive using elbow curve? What is the value curve that you arrive um, by silhouette score? And then you run the k-means for that value of k, and then assign the labels back to the original data, and then you do plotter to visualize the clusters. And then once you do that, profile the clusters, check the average of various other features to understand the properties of various groups, write your inferences using the results that are generated.
Sir,
Straightforward.
here I had couple of questions, sir. Sir,
Mm.
here in one point they're asking which cluster group has higher average calls. So, like there are day calls, evening calls, night calls, which are anyways being averaged out and then being displayed in that particular Jupyter notebook. So, when we say higher average calls, so higher as in which higher? I mean, higher day, higher
Total,
night, higher evening.
total calls, average total calls.
Average total calls.
When
Okay,
they don't whenever they don't specify, then it is the total calls.
okay, okay. Okay. Uh, so, since this particular part is related is using the data that is provided for the churn analysis part, I
Mhm.
believe if we remove those individual columns and consider only the total columns, even this answer to this part will also change because the data set is changing, right, sir?
Yes, right.
Okay.
So
Okay.
because we are dropping those individual columns, you will not even have that. And here they're
Yes.
clearly telling filter the data and keep only the following columns. See, only these columns are there, right? Anyway.
Yes, but I think in here it's not there mentioned. Oh, just let me cross check, sir. Customer segmentation. Okay, yes. Here they have mentioned the total day calls and total columns will only be there. Individual columns won't be there.
Hmm.
Right, right, right. Okay, okay, sir. Okay. And here they have asked specifically for five inferences. So is it like hard bound? We have to give five, or like if we end up giving four, will that be a issue?
No,
Uh,
get you five. When they are specifically asked, try to come
uh,
up with. You should be able to get nothing,
okay, okay, fine, fine.
nothing difficult. Yeah,
Okay, okay. So let me just try after dropping the columns, because those columns they were actually creating confusion. They were
correct,
giving inferences which was counterintuitive.
correct, correct.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I
sir.
can understand. Okay, cool. Let's go to the next one. Next one is my favorite, the most easiest one. Simple, straightforward. We can proceed.
Yes, sir. We can proceed.
Okay. The next one is data set and assessment for people analytics. The following data set you need to use, and you have the data dictionary. Now the company is ready to is ready with all the information of the market, customers, and their preferences. Now with all the information at hand, the company is looking to set up a small office in the USA with a small team. But since this is a major project for them, they want to send out the best team there. Since the data consists of both types of employees, those who are with the company and those who have left the company, you need to consider only the employees who are currently associated, where attrition is no, because only then you can send them to the US, right? So that's the logic. Constraint. To start with the company wants the team of employees to have the following properties. Company wants to know characteristics of the current employees who have a long-term association of 5 years or more with the company, with the job satisfaction level less than or equal to 3, or whose work-life balance is less than or equal to 3, and have not been promoted for the last year. So these are all the filters or the constraints that you have to put into the data. So there is a SQL DF library in Python, I think. SQL DF Python library. So what does this do is you can write queries like this, and then you can simply run the query onto the data frame. So this is my favorite library. If you are comfortable with SQL, then this problem can be directly solved using SQL DF. So I would recommend using these. That way you have to simply write the query and you just run it, and then you'll get the result. Any questions?
No, sir.
Perfect. Filter the data that should only consist of all the employees that are currently associated with the company, that you could do. Now, R&D. Now, from the R&D department, the pre-sale team wants to send one employee whose role is blah blah. Since it's a new project, the R&D team needs to figure out the infrastructure required. Filter the R&D data for job role. This among those who work as research scientists, the company wants to give preference to those who have performance rating greater than 4, job satisfaction greater than 3, education this. So these are all like conditions that you have to put to filter, and filter using all of that, so that who can further be interviewed. Also find the mean monthly income of the R&D department. So once you do the filtering by all these constraints, what is the mean monthly income you need to get, and then you just write that into the Excel template. Clear? Okay. Then sales. From the sales department, the free sale team wants to know if there are any employees with the current job role, sales executive. Since it's a new project, among those who work as sales, the company wants to have those with performance rating greater than, job satisfaction greater than this, business travel
Sir,
is non-travel, and
so
so on and so
sorry to interrupt. Sir, here also there are few points which are not reflecting in the portal. Like the one point regarding not being promoted for last 3 years, the mean
forth.
monthly income part, and there's 2.2 question number 2E and 3E. These are not there. In fact, question number 3 altogether is not there.
That's okay. But I think instead of that, you should have some related ones, right?
No, sir. They have just removed it altogether. If you can refer to the PDF file which I've shared, employee
Yeah.
satisfaction, ES PDF.
Hmm.
Here, like they have a question one R&D, question two sales, question three human resources.
Hmm.
Right, right. So
What is the age of the employee with the best satisfaction score and the best performance rating? Yeah, I think just the logic is changing, but the instructions and all is all like filtering and sorting and doing all of that.
right, right, right. So whatever question these questions are there in the portal, like I will make the solution as per that only, right, sir?
Correct. Yes.
Okay,
Go by the portal. All your if there is any clarification required, then only refer to the doc link I said.
okay, okay, sir.
But
Okay,
your questions in the portal is all valid, and that is what you'll be validated
okay, sir. Okay.
on. Okay. Cool. Thanks for highlighting. Then I think we are almost done. That's it. Any last questions, Subrat, like related to the project or any related to the course content or anything outside related to data science industry or anything, whatever, feel free. The remaining time is open for Q&A.
Sir, Sir, so I had a question related to career basically. So I'm actually looking to switch to a analytics-based job role. Currently, I'm
Mhm,
working as a petroleum engineer in an oil and gas company. And
mhm,
in my company, like from time to time, I use my knowledge of Python and SQL to come up with small projects, data data analytics related projects within my company. But I want to switch to a little bit more data analytics related job role. So how can I make such kind of a transition? Like which kind of companies, which kind of job roles should I target in my job search?
What is your current profile looks like? Like, is it related
Um,
to data science? What is your current
Somewhat,
role?
yes, somewhat. So my current job role is more of a operations analyst. So we have a lot of jobs as in activities going on in oil wells on daily basis. We have a big oil field, like 100, 200 wells, and on an average per day, we have around 100 jobs. Okay, so there is a lot of planning which is done for the jobs, and after the jobs are done, their performance is analyzed to understand the behavior of the oil wells and the decline in oil production. So there is some data analytics involved in it. Like we use
Mhm,
Power BI dashboards to monitor the performance, track the KPIs. But it's not very hardcore. Very hardcore, as in deep learning models, very advanced
mhm,
machine learning models. Not that kind. Like
mhm,
even if it is there, it's handled by us basically a separate team. Like we have a like standard solution, a standard software which does all this. So like in my role, I'm not supposed to get into that much depth, but I actually enjoy going into a little bit that depth. So like which kind of job role should I really be looking at?
Got it. So what you should do is try to come up with a better accuracy than what your standard software is giving, using all of that you're learning from this course, right? So I would encourage you to build your own models and then compare with and then benchmark with what is coming up with the software. So and then you can put in your resume that you have built all these models. You're a data scientist in the team, and then you have built models to which are deployed for production for all of this. So you could transform your more of an analyst profile into a data science resume by doing ML problem, because you have the access to the data, you have everything, the outputs that are coming from the software. Ensure that your model, whatever you are building, is much better than that.
Okay, okay, sir. So, because most of the jobs which job roles of data scientist or such kind of job roles, I observe that they ask for a more computer science oriented background, or more of a statistics oriented background with a knowledge in multiple softwares. Like not just like Python is very basic. They ask for Apache, Spark, and lot many software. So that is the reason I asked.
So Python is only for data processing, but typically in every organization, you have different types of data. One, you have big data. Second, you have streaming data for which you might need Spark,
Hmm.
and then it might be certain databases. So SQL is like a very strong skill that you need to also possess. So along with Python, SQL, and cloud computing, because you might have to get it from cloud or big data or Spark. So these are some standard data extraction things. You don't have to know depth in depth, but if the data sits in any of these systems, how you can build data pipelines to get it out and build the models on it, right? So you need to understand and come up with reasoning around how you can get the data from these systems. So somehow to slowly expand your skills into these technologies, and it's a very essential that for a data scientist to know this, because if the data is sitting in a cloud, then how will you get the data out and then run the ML model, and how do you deploy an ML model into that data set, right? So all of that is critical. So along with this, at least one of the three things that I said, I are probably cloud computing or big data. One of that at least get some proficiency. That will help.
And like I have read in few places in internet that it's always useful to have a portfolio, project portfolio, uh, in
Yes,
GitHub or similar, or Kaggle, which
correct.
one can you know present at the time of applying for jobs. So if I want to build say a data science portfolio, like what are few like ideas on which probably I could start building my like data science portfolio, because there are like so many different tools we have, like in Python, like we have machine learning, time series analysis, then CNN, deep learning models, then we have SQL. In visualization we have Power BI, Tableau, and other so many tools. So like what will be a good mix of projects for a beginner to have in his data science portfolio?
I would say business intelligence, all the dashboarding and all of that is outside. So have data pipeline skills. So pick up because every project will definitely have SQL data pipelining for the initial data creation, right? So you will have that, uh, but focus more on the ML part. Like have one classification problem, have one regression problem, have one time series problem, have one text mining problem. So so that you can showcase to the recruiter that okay, you have all any kind of data, you can work on it, and you have worked on like 4 5 algorithms in the regression space, 4 5 algorithms on the logistic or the classification space, and you know how to build ensemble models, right? So show that into your profile, and also you need to learn a bit of statistics. So this course, I don't think covers a lot of stats.
Mhm.
Say, I'll ask probably a question. In a logistic regression, there is something called as tide pair. There's concordance percentage, discordance percentage. How does that get calculated? Right? So you should be able to know how the algorithm works in the backend. And that's what is expected in the data science interviews as well. So what is the x-axis and y-axis of an ROC curve? You should be able to explain. Can you, if I give you an Excel file with the data, can you build an ROC curve by yourself? without using Python. So the day you are able to do that, you can call yourself a data scientist, right? So it's not just about uh, uh, just calling a function, getting the output, and then and with certain rules you just go it, but it's more about understanding how the algorithm works, and how it works, when it will not work, understanding the methodology, and if you want to change some of the logics and create your custom algorithm, right? You should be able to do all of that. I'm talking about that's the end state, but you should slowly take step by step and over time reach there. So as you work on these ML problems, you'll get expertise, and then you'll then start thinking, okay, there is an output. Some model statistics, some has come like came from AIC or BIC. So these are all different model parameters and model statistics, and then what does this actually mean? When this falls, what will happen to the model? That you'll start questioning yourself, and then you start learning, and that's where when you will slowly move up.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Fine, fine, sir. Sir, whatever doubts I had till now, I asked you regarding the project. So, in case like there is still one part remaining in my project. So, in case there are any doubts, like is there any way I can reach out to you for the doubts? Because I
You
guess
can ping me
we will
on
be having.
LinkedIn.
Sorry,
Ping me on LinkedIn, and I
LinkedIn.
can help you.
Okay, okay,
LinkedIn.
sir. Yes, sir. I
Okay.
will do it. Sir. Will do it, sir.
Perfect. Perfect. Cool. Thank you so much, Subrat. And then any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll be around for another half an hour or so, 40 minutes or so.
Mhm.
Let me know. Cool.
Okay,
Take
okay,
care.
sir. Okay, okay, sir. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Subrat, you're there?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Let me launch the poll. Before you go, just finish off the
Okay,
poll and then you can drop.
okay, 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 sir.
Okay. I just launched it. Did you get it?
Yes, sir, I'm feeling it, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I wanted to ask one more thing. Hello, hello.
Hey, yes, I'm there.
Yes, sir. Sir, I was asking that regarding these discrepancies in the questions, like should I be emailing to the upgrade team or will you be emailing there to them, sir?
I think it's there's whatever discrepancy is there, you just refer to the doc and just share. Do you have a WhatsApp group for your cohort?
Actually, sir, it's a small cohort, so we don't actually have a WhatsApp group for this cohort. Like almost the only one student in all the classes.
Okay, then do one thing. Just tell the NMIMS team, inform them
Mm-hmm.
that there is some discrepancies, and sir has asked to kind of refer to this doc and just send them, ask them to share this doc link with the students.
Okay, okay. So basically, the idea is I will be referring to the question that is given in the portal. Only where there is doubt, I will refer to the document which I right, sir?
Correct. And
Oh,
you will be informing the NMIMS team to inform all the students in the cohort to do the
okay,
same.
okay, okay, okay,
Cool.
okay,
Thank you, Subrat. Take
okay,
care.
okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Yes, Subrat, please tell me.
Yes, sir. Just a final question. Sir, I just wanted to confirm this employee satisfaction submission template. There is a Word file by this name. So this is meant only for the employee satisfaction, right, sir? Not for the
Correct.
remaining parts.
Right, right.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. That's what I wanted to confirm.
Good.
Sir, that's all I had. Thank you. Thank you, sir. It was really wonderful sessions that we had, sir. And
Perfect.
thank you. Thank you for teaching me.
No worries. Take care. Bye, Subrat. See you in the
Okay,
next
bye.
session.
Bye. Bye, sir.